specific to a discipline. And so I lecture in the School of Nursing in ACU North Sydney, and so I got the opportunity to invite students to partake in GK, especially with their nursing skills and their knowledge. And I was blessed enough to get 26 students from ACU to volunteer with me for 2 weeks. And we did a number of activities that really showed their skill as well as their knowledge in health. So I wanted to emphasize that the health tour was not a medical mission. It was more of an empowerment type of mission for the communities. We wanted to impart our knowledge and our skills in order for them to know how to look after themselves in specific aspects of health. So a variety of activities that we did were, first of all, we had to know how the community worked. So beforehand, before we did anything with them, we assessed how the community was. So we spent time interviewing them with focus groups and getting to understand what their situation was in that particular village in Bulacan. After that, we did a few health activities with them in which we thought they would be beneficial for them to know. One of those activities was first aid, and another one was specifically on fire safety, because we noticed that there were a few of them who would burn rubbish at the end of the road or the side of the road, and we thought that it would be beneficial if we taught them the correct ways on how to dispose of rubbish and to protect their children from any burns injury. So that was the main part. That was different from the other outbound tours, was that we did more health activities with them. But at the same time, I really like to challenge my students on doing physical activity as well. So we also did some building. And we went to another village to build homes. This particular village in Calamba really needed homes to be built because the outskirts of that village had tents. These were the families displaced by recent typhoons, so there was such a great need to do physical activity and to help build the homes, just like so. Okay, so before I move on, I wanted to introduce a particular speaker. One of my students is such an inspiration to me. She is a mother, she is a student, she works, and she's also a wife. So she's got a lot of work in store for her every week, and she still does a great job in everything that she does. And so I'd like to introduce one of my participants for the health tour, Naomi PG.
That the power of change can be summarized into a 3-letter word, and that word is yes. Volunteering in this capacity has been a dream of mine for many years now, and I was so excited to be a part of this experience. To be honest, despite having viewed images of devastating poverty on the news, I had never actually experienced poverty firsthand before. Being physically present in the Philippines denied me the luxury I had in the past of being able to walk away from the suffering on the screen. The reality of poverty didn't really hit me until we arrived in Manila and began our journey through the city. As we drove through the city in our comfort of air conditioning and tinted windows, I was shocked by my surroundings. It was late at night and there were children walking barefoot alone. The different smells were not altogether pleasant, and there were many areas we passed known as slums that overwhelmed me the most. I really didn't expect to see slums in the middle of the city. I felt like I had been living my eyes with my eyes closed, and all of a sudden everything had come to light. Poverty is real, and we were about to experience it for the first time. The first village we stayed at was the beautiful GK Enchanted Farm. It was an amazing place, abundant in gardens, vegetable crops and serenity. We had a fantastic time there. We all stayed with the family who graciously accepted us into their homes, and we became immediately a member of the community. We worked together in the farm there, cutting grass, with these huge knives, and I really can't remember the names of them, but there were 6-year-olds doing it better than us. It was amazing. We also did weeding and planting and bagging compost. It really was a team effort. We also organised some educational sources for the community, as Irene said. And it was just really nice to be a part of something special and to know that just by being there, we made a difference in someone's life. The second village we stayed at was the Jose Rizal village. I was shocked to see the hundreds of tents outside the gates, and as Irene said, they were for the families awaiting housing. So this village, it wasn't as pretty. It didn't have any farming areas, and surrounding places, but there were so many people there, and they were so willing to accept us and to be a part of their lives. As our vans pulled up, we were greeted like movie stars. Hundreds of people gathered to show us their appreciation of our presence. It was so heartwarming and overwhelming all at the same time. Although the community did not have a lot to share, they shared what they did. Their houses were much like those of the Enchanted Farm, small and many with only one bedroom. The family myself and Dee stayed with, they only had one bedroom. Their family was a family of 4. We of course offered to stay in their small lounge room, but of course they insisted that we take their only bedroom. They also offered their only mattress to us, but of course we definitely declined that. But I think it was really good for us to experience sleeping on the floor. It sort of allowed us to get a taste of what many people experience on a daily basis. So in this village we also helped to physically build housing, and that included digging 7-foot septic tanks and mixing cement with shovels, really getting our hands dirty, painting and moving dirt to fill areas of flooring. And again, it took such a great team effort and a lot of hard work, but we all thoroughly enjoyed every bit of it. I have to say that my most favourable experience of the trip was a sense of community. Although these people lacked in financial and material wealth, they had an abundance of richness and community spirit and engagement. And it was hard to find a person there that was not smiling. I especially loved the children who would flock to us daily for love and attention, and of course to get lots of cuddles in return. For this reason, it was extremely difficult to say goodbye. This experience really touched my heart, and for that I believe I am a better person. For now, I think I have what you call the travel bug. I can't wait to organise another volunteer trip to again fill me with a sense of fulfilment. Upon reflection of my journey, I came to understand how powerful my original choice of word was. This word is an agent for change and an instrument for healing. For it is in the power of yes that I began my journey with GK. It is in the power of yes that I choose to continue to support GK, and it is in the power of yes that I choose to take the lessons learned from this journey to nourish and sustain my future goals. Thank you.